So young people from Roodepan in Kimberley in the Northern Cape marched about 5 kilometers today through the streets of Roodepan. Of course, they registering their protest against gender-based violence, for example, the escalating crime, unemployment that is disproportionately affecting especially young people within this community. Of course, they came to this NGO where government services were then available to them. But let's talk to Magdalena Markgraaf, who is part of the NGO. Magdalena, now you came and highlighted quite a number of issues facing this community. Tell us about those issues and how, as an NGO, you are trying to make a dent in it.
Yes, unemployment is very high in our area, and we're trying to engage with different stakeholders to get learnerships for our youth, because most of them, they have matric but they don't get jobs. And then it's also the drug abuse. The substance abuse is very high, really, and then we also engage with the police, social workers, to try and get our kids to rehab centers. And suicide, especially in last week, there was 3 guys that committed suicide, and it's heartbroken because they didn't get jobs and the family was distraught. So we try to get help for them. Yeah.
So the impact of poverty, unemployment, that is really being felt within this community.
Yeah, poverty is we feel it. That's why every day we give out meals for the community, just to feed them, because sometimes you can see that that's the only meal for the day that the person is getting. So we try our best to provide meals for them. We try and get sponsorships for them. To social services also give us funding, but we also get sponsorships and try and feed the hungry.
So there's a number of government departments here. We've got the police, we've got correctional services, IEC, etc. Tell us about the function of them to be here on Youth Day.
Yes, Lifeline, they are doing the HIV counseling and testing. That is Mr. Confidential for them. And also they do help the people for the drugs to get them for rehabs and all that stuff. Correctional services here, they are going to distribute learnership forms for our youngsters to be employed in the learnerships. SABC is also going to address the youth and the community. Yes, and then it's the blood bank. They are here for the people to donate blood, because as you know, there's a lot of people, they are in need of blood. Yes, and IEC is there for the people who never registered to vote. For the upcoming elections, the youth that never has registered, they can now register today so that they can have a chance to be able to vote in 2024 for the next elections.
And vaccinations, I believe, are also being done here.
Yes, blood bank will maybe do the vaccinations, I don't know.
Thank you very much, Magdalena Markgraaf. Of course, she's part of an NGO operating from this area. Of course, talking about the impact of poverty, unemployment, drug abuse within this community, saying that there's a direct link in terms of their research where young people commit suicide because they've been unemployed for so long that they do not see hope. Crimes, contact crimes, robberies, murder, etc. within this community, because there just are no jobs for young people, and they then turn to a life of crime. But also young people that we have spoken to have said that, we have these dark thoughts and we have this, and we're living under these conditions, but there's also learnerships that we're getting. They talk about 45 young people who are currently undergoing training within a butchery, and hoping that either those young people will become employed or will start their own businesses, so that the impact is felt not just among those 45 people, but among a bigger part of this community. With that, it's back to the studio.